मैं उसका जवाब पहले दूंगा because it has really been the full circle of this ground zero's life, because we know that a lot of people have gone there before in previous years and they've shot in Kashmir. Mostly they have shot for romantic pieces, the songs and small portions. But with this film particularly, because it is set in Srinagar and Kashmir in general, it was obvious for us to look for locations there, and actually I can tell you that things have changed for good. So when we went there for scouting, we realized that okay, these are so many untapped locations, and those are actually from the circle and the life of our film, world of our film. So we wanted to capture those locations, and actually we could do that. So we have an on-ground person with us, Arhan, who made a lot of things easier for logistical purposes, executional purposes. So we could go to certain places which are not even accessible to tourists because they are not aware of it. Now administration is also there. They also want people to come and tell the stories of the region, and they have wonderful stories, wonderful people. So I think yes, yesterday's event was a full circle which we all wanted somewhere down your heart, and we could be the first one, so we are happy about it. Yeah. Ground Zero made that.
And let's hope many more follow.
Definitely.
Yes, now let's just talk about the film for you. What attracted you to the story? Also, when you do a real project like this, which is based on real events, how much background study is there for you on these real life characters which you are saying?
Honestly, I believe an actor on his or her own can do nothing. It always takes a village, a team. So I'm very happy that I got such wonderful team. It was like I was given a platter and I just had to eat it gracefully, which I think I've managed to do. A lot of credit goes to the writers. They've given me some clap-worthy dialogues, and I'm really, I haven't seen the film yet. I'm really looking forward to see the film. And, fact checks and everything, like I said, our team was the expert in doing that. For me, to step into those shoes and mentally to go there was pretty challenging, because we can only imagine what must happen to the families or how they must be handling the situations, so unpredictable, so volatile. So to channelize that was a real challenge. But I think with such wonderful team, it seemed like a cakewalk. It was not, but it seemed like a cakewalk. So.
We are seeing, of course, that you're straddling Marathi cinema and Hindi cinema with ease, balancing both of them. It's good to have him, of course, on set, since he's also worked in the Marathi industry, so inka bhi mail hai. But is that a conscious decision for you, balancing the two together, or is language no barrier for you, looking for a good project, whichever language?
I think you've answered my question. Okay. I don't know what balance is, honestly. I mean, for me, it's work, whether it's Hindi or Marathi, and anything that fascinates me, anything that my instinct jumps onto is my project, I feel. And I am very happy to be a part of this, because I think this is an ode to the entire BSF community, and really special.
Yeah. Again, a challenge for you in terms of getting the BSF right as well, depicting them right, because we've not seen that also very often. That's again a first, because we often see the police depicted in cinema, or we see the army. BSF, which again plays a very critical role, particularly in the border regions like J&K,
right,
and in the northeast, depicting them, getting that right. For you, how was that?
I think a lot of credit should be given to our co-producers, especially Abhishek and Nishikant, for the fact that they brought in the insight of BSF life, because they knew Dubey sir personally already. And when we started working on the project, they could actually get those nuances. They could feed in those nuances to the writers. We could incorporate that in the film. And eventually, I would also say that to make a film, the will that a producer needs, like Sandeep is sitting here, he can second me on that. It's not an easy film to make. And as you correctly said, BSF is something which we haven't seen in the films. So we don't know the world beyond one or two films, and that too are, they are only for the namesake of BSF soldiers. But in this film, we are actually looking at the life of a BSF soldier, and a particular operation which actually meant, which actually had a huge impact on the entire nation.
No doubt. Let's move then to the producers. Let me get you in here first, Abhishek, on this getting this story right, getting it accurate. Obviously, it's a first. On a BSF soldier. Again, you're doing a first by taking it to Jammu and Kashmir as well, showing it to them over there. So, how important was it getting it right, getting it accurate?
To set a context for you guys, so Nishikant and I are Talisman Films, and both of us like fact-based fiction stories. And when we read about this story, we decided that this is a story which has to be told as a film. And that's when the journey started. We reached out to Dubey. He was very gracious. We met him in Delhi, and multiple meetings happened with him. And during the meetings, we realized that this is a story which has not been covered in a big manner, even in the media. 20 years ago, this operation had happened.
Well, in the media, we often say reporting from ground zero means actually being on location.
Yes.
So if you're saying the ground zero report for ground zero has been positive last night, that means then that's a trailer for what we're going to see, I'm sure, ahead as well. So all the very best to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.